What happens when a journalist challenges police authority at a public protest, and refuses to back down? In today's bodycam footage, a routine conversation quickly turns into a heated legal debate over press freedoms, public order laws, and police powers. As officers question the man's presence, he fires back with legislation, case law, and a camera that's broadcasting everything live. But who's actually in the right here? Is this an officer trying to prevent disorder before it starts, or a journalist defending rights that many people don't fully understand? Stay with us, because this encounter escalates from a simple request to a potential arrest threat, legal arguments, and a tense standoff that neither side seems willing to abandon.
How you doing, you alright? Yeah? What brings you to the protest today?
What do you think?
Are you with this group, guys?
I'm with any group, mate.
Okay, can I ask you just to stand over there, please, just for your safety?
For my safety? What do you mean?
And
I'm
for
a
this group
journalist,
as well.
please.
I get that.
Card
Okay.
with you?
Pardon?
Have you got your card with you?
I don't know, who am I speaking to? Who wants to? Because I don't know which one.
My sergeant just asked you a question.
Okay.
Have you got your journalist card with you?
Do I need it?
Well, journalists generally carry them with their.
Do you know on the
covering
NUJ
story.
website, it clearly states that my press card can't be used as identification to prove that I'm a journalist or not.
Okay, so how do you know that's what your role is here?
Well, you disprove it's not.
Okay, but I don't think that these groups know you, and I'm worried
So?
that might cause a disorder.
What? Say that again? Just so I understand
these
that, yeah?
groups don't know you.
Yeah.
And they're here exercising their right
Okay.
to protest.
Okay.
And if you're here for a reason other than that,
Okay.
then there's a potential that it might be a disorder, isn't
So
there?
because these people don't know me, I'm a stranger, there might be disorder,
Potentially,
potentially.
yeah. And
Because
it's
these
our
people
job-
don't know me.
It's our job to stop any potential
Because these people,
disorder.
don't know me.
Well, yeah.
So are you basically saying that these people attack strangers?
No, not at all.
No.
So what are you? So I'm
They-
safe then, aren't I?
Not necessarily, no.
So are
we
you
don't
saying
know
then?
that.
So are
Our
you
job is to
saying then?
stop any disorder
Are you
that could
saying that these
happen.
people attack strangers?
Not at all. That's
So I'm safe then, aren't I?
I'm worried to see how that's how
I'm
you
a
take
safe
on what
then, aren't I?
This is where the conversation starts moving beyond a casual police interaction and into a debate about justification. Notice what's happening here: the officer is expressing concern about potential disorder, while the journalist is demanding a concrete reason why his presence alone should be considered a risk. That's a significant distinction. Police often operate on risk assessment and prevention, whereas members of the public usually expect decisions to be based on observable actions rather than possibilities. You can also see how quickly misunderstandings can grow when both parties interpret the same statement differently. One side is talking about prevention, the other is hearing accusation. What do you think? If someone is legally filming in a public place, should concerns about possible future problems be enough to limit where they stand?
how I've said
Well,
that.
under Section 17 of the Public Order Act, yeah, clearly states, yeah, in legislation, yeah, that I'm allowed to observe and report and document a protest.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that from a distance.
So hold on a minute, yeah?
In the group to do that.
Hold on a minute. I'm allowed to ask questions.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to interview people. Okay, and that's what I've done. I approached over here, and I asked the two young
It
ladies.
looks like they
yeah.
didn't want to talk to you because they.
Well, they smiled at me. So the first thing was, we can play it back if you want, because they smiled at me and greeted me.
Yeah.
The moment that you come over, yeah, was when they then disengaged and walked over there.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I've got it all on camera and it's live at the moment. Yeah. So we can see what happened. You know, and for you to turn around and say that a stranger can come to Southampton and he's in danger because people don't know him, I think it's a bit strange, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure that's what I said.
Well, we can play it back again if you want.
Yeah, you can do. But
We can do, can't we, yeah?
essentially, I think that there could be a disorder if you're.
Well,
if you're
listen,
present
I don't
here.
know. You don't even know who I am. Who am I?
I haven't asked you for your details.
Who am
yet.
I? So what do you mean my presence? How do you know that I'm not a left-wing reporter?
Tension is definitely building now. Even though voices remain relatively controlled, both sides are becoming increasingly frustrated. The journalist feels he's being treated as a problem despite not committing an obvious offense, while the officers appear focused on maintaining order around a live protest. One interesting aspect of encounters like this is that perception often matters just as much as reality. Once either side believes they're being treated unfairly, every subsequent interaction becomes more difficult. Watch carefully from this point onward because the discussion is about to shift from requests and explanations to potential legal powers. That's usually the moment when routine conversations become far more serious. Would you continue arguing your position here, or simply move away and avoid the confrontation altogether?
It doesn't matter who. I haven't
So
said
how
that
do you know
are,
this?
I haven't said that you are or not, have I? Have I said either way?
Well, how do you know this? So why are you saying that? Why are you
So
saying?
I've already asked them, would they like to talk to you, and they've politely said no.
That's
so
okay.
we're just asking a simple...
Go and ask every single person in
listen
there.
to me, listen to me. We've listened to you.
Yeah.
We've asked a simple request
Yeah.
for you to film over there.
And I'm denying
So
that
they-
simple request.
okay, so
and
they
you can
don't
ask
feel-
every single person here. Yeah, if they don't want to talk to me, that's up to them.
Okay.
I'm allowed to ask and I'm allowed to interview people under Section 17 of the Public Order Act.
And
So-
all we're asking you to do is to do that over there.
No.
If people feel that they want to come over,
That's not how it
and have
works,
a conversation.
That's
they
not how
will
it
come and
works.
have a
That's not how it
conversation.
works.
They've
That's
already-
not how the
they've
law
already
works.
created some
Don't be
distance,
talking to
okay?
each and every single person, because
So how do you...
they're listening to their speakers.
Exactly, and I would like to
They're
listen
doing-
as well, to be
That's
honest
fine,
with you.
You can hear
No,
it
I'll
from
listen
over
from
there.
here, thank you very much. You know, you don't need to be... I don't know why you're treating me like this for, but you don't...
We've been nothing but polite with you, sir.
Well, you haven't.
we?
You've told me that you think I'm going to be in danger. You know, that's quite...
Here we go, the conversation has now entered full legal territory. The officer is invoking Section 50 powers, while the journalist immediately challenges the legal basis behind the request. This is often where public encounters become difficult because both parties are relying on their interpretation of the law. Notice how neither side is simply refusing to engage. Instead, they're arguing over whether the legal threshold has actually been met. The officer points to complaints and disruption, while the journalist argues that filming and reporting at a public protest are lawful activities. From a body cam analysis perspective, this is a textbook example of how legal disputes can prolong an encounter far longer than anyone initially expected. The big question is whether the reported disruption is enough to justify police intervention.
making me a little bit nervous and anxious, to be honest with
If
you.
you feel nervous and anxious, then you'd probably be safer
Yeah.
to the other
Do you mind
side.
just leaving me alone, please, anyway, yeah?
Nonsense, come off it. The enemy is profit. Tax the rich and house and vote. Nonsense, come off it. The enemy is profit. Refugees are hopeless vote. Tax the rich and house and burn.
Yeah, I think we can agree on that, I reckon, to be honest. I know. Public street means public rules. That's why they have things like legislation. That's why we have rights in this country. Look, freedom and community, look. They're actually chanting it as well. Yeah, they're actually chanting it. And you get the police trying to disrupt it. Why would they do that? Crazy. It's a protest. People are here with cameras. Surely the idea of a protest is to get your message out there, to get it like...
Unfortunately, we can't hear our message.
Oh, that's okay, I'm talking. So there we go, you get interrupted. But surely to God, the actual point of the protest is to get your message out as far as
We
you
are going to come and
can.
take your details, please, because you
For
are
what?
disrupting people now.
I'm not, I'm talking on my
You
camera.
are,
Stand over
yeah,
there
but they're
for us,
trying
please.
to listen, so just come over here.
What do you
we're
mean?
going to
For
get
what?
ask for your details.
Under
please.
what section?
Under
Section 50 of the Police
Yes,
Reform Act.
so, okay,
Yeah.
so what part of section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act then am I breaking?
Section 50 of Police Reform
Yeah, I
Act.
know.
To
But
require
okay.
your name and address.
Okay, that's okay.
When
But
antisocial
okay.
behaviour is taking place,
Okay,
or the likelihood of that to
okay,
take place.
okay. But in section 50 of the Police Reform Act, it states under subsection Bravo, I need to be committing something under section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act, okay? Yeah, so I need to know what I'm breaching under section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act.
Okay, so listen to me, I'll listen
Okay,
to you. So
okay.
Section 50 of the Police Reform Act allows
Yes.
me to
This is arguably the most critical moment in the entire interaction. Once the possibility of arrest enters the conversation, the stakes change dramatically. Listen closely, the journalist repeatedly says he's willing to provide his details, but only if he believes the request is legally justified. That's an important nuance because he's not simply refusing outright. At the same time, officers are emphasizing compliance and warning about the consequences of non-compliance. These situations often become a balancing act between asserting rights and avoiding escalation. The fascinating part is that both sides seem convinced they're acting lawfully. Encounters like this frequently end up being debated long after the event itself is over. Looking at what you've seen so far, whose argument do you find more persuasive?
Ask you to provide your name and address. Okay?
Yeah, I know it does.
All right, when likelihood of antisocial behaviour is going to take place or is taking place.
I know it does.
Okay, all right, you've been over here. Okay, and that's the fourth person now.
No, it's not.
Two people have walked away, and
I'm
two people over
standing at the
there.
back.
Two people
But anyway.
have asked. Listen.
Yeah, I'm
I listen
listening.
to you, so stop
Yeah, go
talking
on.
over me, please, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and two people have asked you to stop interrupting them because they can't hear their speeches. Okay,
Yeah.
we're here to facilitate a peaceful
Yeah.
protest. Okay?
Okay.
And everyone has their view and their right to do
Yeah,
that.
okay.
And we're here to facilitate that. You have your right to be here as well.
Okay.
Okay, but we need to prevent
okay.
any disorder occurring or any likelihood of groups clashing. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
We don't want that.
I'm not involved in those groups.
Okay. And
So,
what,
go on, no, first and foremost, tell me, under subsection Bravo, in the police, section 50 of the Police Reform Act, it states quite clearly I need to be committing something in section 2 in the Antisocial Behaviour Act. So before, I would like you to tell me what I've committed in the Antisocial Behaviour Act for you to warrant my details. Once you give me that and tell me that information, I'll give you the details, no problem.
okay.
Okay?
So like I've said.
No.
Listen. Like I said,
That's not a reason, Geese.
Okay, the likelihood of harassment, alarm, and stress being caused to people.
Well,
okay.
By what actions? Sir?
By your actions, your presence
What,
being
standing
here,
in a
filming
presence?
people.
Standing
okay,
and filming
when
in a public
they're
place.
trying to exercise their right for a peaceful
So
protest.
standing and
okay?
filming in a public place, it does not class as antisocial behaviour for one, sir. And secondly, filming a protest, section 70 in the Public Order Act, and I suggest we can get one of your blue hat legislation people, public order, and maybe they can because I need to be committing something in section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act. And I haven't. Anything you've just told me, I'm happy to give you the details, not a problem. But if you're not going to get them, require them legally and obtain them legally, I won't give them, because if you do arrest me, I'm going to sue you. Do you know what I mean? I've got no problem giving you the details at all. If you want them, not a problem. But you have to take them lawfully and legally,
Okay. And like I've said, it's the likelihood of harassment, alarm,
But what
stress
my behaviour,
being
standing and
caused-
filming in public, standing and filming a public protest in public.
Yep.
That is what you're saying. That is what
correct.
you're saying.
But like I said,
that is what you're saying.
Okay, stop talking over me, please. Two people have already walked away because of your presence. They felt distressed by that to make that action to walk away. Two other people have asked you to stop talking over this. They can't hear. Okay, so I require your name and address. If you fail to give your name and address under section 50 of the
I'm
Police
not
Reform
saying
Act,
that. What I'm saying to
you
you
will
is,
be arrested.
I know that,
okay?
and I've already said to you, I've got no problem with giving you my name and address.
Yeah.
Now, what I say is, under subsection B of 2015 Police Reform Act, section 50, it states quite clearly I need to be committing something in section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act. And we can get it up, we can look at this, because I know it inside out, Now, antisocial behaviour, the antisocial behaviour part, me filming a public protest, under section 17 of the Public Order Act, does not breach them conditions. But as you're threatening to arrest me, and I now feel that under duress, that I am going to be arrested. Hold on, let me finish. As I feel under duress, that you are going to arrest me, I will require your collar numbers first and foremost, and I will give you all my details. And on Monday morning, you will hear from my lawyer, because I've explained to you live, that you need I need to be committing something in section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act. Now, what you've said I've committed is not a crime and is not in the Antisocial Behaviour Act. So it's happy. If you threaten to arrest me under duress, you take my He did.
Well, that's because we are required under section 50.
Yeah, I get that. Listen, I fully get that. Yes, I'm going to pass them now. I fully get that. I fully get that. I fully get that. But what I'm saying to you is,
that's where we're at.
but the point that I was trying to make is that I'm happy to give. It's not a problem if it's done lawfully and legally. I'm more than happy to do that. Now, the problem is that I know.
In the end, this encounter never became physical, but it remained highly contentious from start to finish. The core disagreement centered on whether the journalist's conduct justified police intervention and whether the legal powers being cited were being applied appropriately. Throughout the exchange, the officers argued they were trying to prevent disruption and protect the rights of protesters, while the journalist maintained that recording and reporting in a public place were lawful activities protected by legislation. Encounters like this highlight an important reality: public order policing often involves balancing competing rights, and those judgments can be controversial even when everyone remains relatively calm. Regardless of where you stand, the footage provides a fascinating look at how legal authority, public accountability, and individual rights can collide in real time. If you found this breakdown as intense as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life body cam breakdowns.
Yeah, the reasons that he's not legally and it's not lawfully. Yeah, I know this.
What reasons were they then, sir?
So I asked for something in the Police Reform Act 2015. Yeah, it quite clearly states in subsection Bravo that I need to be committing something in section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act. Yeah. So I need to be committing something in there. Me filming a public protest in a public place, yeah, and it's already in case law already up and down the country. I've had multiple civil claims, yeah, and it's not a problem, but it's not unlawful for me to do that. Okay, you know, like
but we also have powers as well, don't we?
Yeah, of course you've got powers.
If we believe that it is causing...
I'll tell you what I'm going to do with you. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with you. Rather than give you my details, I'm going to walk over there, yeah, and I'm going to go. Yeah, rather than just all the palaver, because I can't be bothered with sending in paperwork. Yeah, what's it going to cost? 1,500 quid, you know? And what's the point? You know, I'll sue you for 1,500 quid. Yeah, well, I can just walk away, you know. I'm not going to bother with it.
You're not going to bother with what was the point then?
Well, that's the point, you know. I might as well just go back over there, yeah. Like, I haven't committed no antisocial behaviour, you've just confirmed that.
I haven't confirmed that.
Well, you have basically.
I haven't. What I've said was that I believe that you were disrupting the people that were there. That's why they're moving away from you.
I was talking to my audience, like you can see it here. Yes, I wasn't talking to anybody indirectly.
But
I was actually talking to these people here.
Can I do it?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do a bit each.
Yeah, do a bit each.
Yeah, is that all right?
Works out a little bit better, doesn't it? Yeah.
But the people were being disrupted, okay? And I know that you believe that it's your right to be able to speak as loudly as you want, just as it is theirs. But you were speaking loudly enough for them to have to turn around. Yeah. They're here for a reason. It's our job to protect everybody's rights there. Okay. So that's the reason that you've drawn our attention. Yeah. And for us asking you to move away.
I drew your attention when I first walked over, yeah, because when I first walked over, the people were smiling at me. They only come to me because you thought I was there to cause trouble, which I wasn't. Yeah, but
they immediately left.
After you come over, come on, you know.
So,
let's just call it quits, yeah. Let's just call it quits.
My only caveat to that, for you walking off, is if you are going to keep returning.
I won't come return.
If you are going to keep returning,
I won't return.
Then I'm assuming you know when Section 34 people disperse
yeah, of course.
If you come back again,
okay, I won't.
I will be deeming that you're doing it to cause trouble.
Okay,
right?
deal.
And then it will be.
Do you want to shake on it?
I'm not going to shake your hand.
All right, why not?
It'll be because I'm not going to. But thank you very much for cooperating.
I'll shake your hand instead.
No, I'm not going to.
No. You're not going to shake hands with a member of the public?
If you do return,
I don't know if you've washed your hands or not.
You'll be dispersed out the city if you return. All right, that's my only caveat.
Okay, so when the march comes past, I'll walk with these lot. Yeah, and that's it.
You can march what with the I'm
not going to march with them. I'm only going to record.
With the other
I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm only recording. That's it.
So, where are you?
They're marching through here, no?
Who are?
This other protest or?
The other protest.
Is the
I'm not policing them, so you'd have to go over there to find out. And if that's your plan, then that's fine.
Quite disgraceful. We couldn't even shake hands. Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.